Today it's the 14th of April and this is Persona 5 Royal. I am not expecting many or any changes today between Persona 5 and this game, except for maybe some voice acting, not sure. But let's just wait and see what happens, shall we? Same gossip at the start. Same Ryuji bothering me in chat. Just save it until the end of the day, dude.
Shouldn't you be heading to volleyball? Uh-huh. That bruise above your eye. Is that from practice too? Yeah. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard? I'm okay. Volleyball's the only thing I can do right. Shouldn't you take that? It's probably just my part-time job, I think. I should get going. Shiho, are you sure you're okay? Uh-huh. Yes. Today won't work. I'm not feeling so good. Sorry. Bye.
Hey, wasn't that Takamaki?
Rumor has it she's dating Kamoshida.
Seriously?
I heard people saw them in his car together.
You know, she seems pretty easy, huh? You think I'd have a chance?
Okay, I let this slide the last time, but oh my god, what are these guys talking about? She is easy, do I have a chance with her? Is that seriously how you think about women? And Kamoshida's bitch? Oh my god! Just oh my god!
Huh? Well... You don't look familiar. Could you be that transfer student from Class D?
Now, on a different note, this scene is now voiced, where in Persona 5 it wasn't. It does help emphasize what Shio is saying and how she's saying it, and I appreciate it for that.
Similar situation before. My best friend is often misunderstood too, all because of her looks. Sorry, I didn't mean to drag on like that. Anyway, I have to go to practice. I'll see you around.
No, really, we could talk a little bit more. Maybe skip the whole practice thing, just talk.
Damn it, what the hell? This really ain't going our way.
A thought just crossed my mind. What if Shio telling Ren that she really would appreciate it if he was there for On was the thing that pushed him into getting involved with On later in this day? Interesting thought.
Seriously, isn't there something we can do? No way I'm gonna
I think that could be it. But again, games like this, stories like this, they are open to interpretation. So feel free to have your own interpretation. But yeah, I like that thought.
So you want to tell him about the castle? They'd never believe us. Have any other ideas?
And again, I am forced to make the wrong choices before I'm allowed to make the right choice.
You mean that other world's Kamoshida? I didn't think of that, but is there any meaning to...
I finally found you!
Here he comes to ruin your
Say
day.
something?
Don't think you can get away with not paying me back for helping you.
That voice. Is that you, Morgana?
How dare you up and leaving me the other day?
The cat's talking?
I am not a cat. This is just what happened when I came to this world. It was
In all fairness, a talking cat is the least of the weird things that have been happening lately.
You don't need one when you're at my level. I did get pretty lost making my escape, though.
That aside, why can you talk?
I am
You're
so
a
good,
cat.
I suck at the things I do.
How should I know?
You hearing this too?
Meow?
This is no time to be joking around.
This is the only
Guys are having
time
a
to be
rough time
joking
of this,
around.
I heard you
Again,
mention something
tomorrow
about
is no time to be
witnesses.
joking around. Today,
Shut
we can
up.
joke.
You know, I could tell you a thing or two about what to do about Kamoshida. You were pretty close just a moment ago.
God, that condescending attitude. This thing's gotta be Morgana.
You were still doubting me?
God, quiet down.
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like this?
I just heard a meow somewhere near here. Didn't you hear it?
Make sure you check every nook and cranny around.
This voice, it sounds familiar to me, like he's been in a different game already.
Us two can understand
If you
what
know
you're
the
saying.
voice and what game he was in, leave it in the comments. I'm
What
curious.
the hell's going on? Anyways, what you were talking about earlier, is it for real?
You're quite the skeptic for being an idiot.
Hey, tell us more. Then again,
You're quite rude
it's
for a
probably the
cat.
best place. Here, stick it in your bag for now. It should be just small enough to fit.
I was hoping in this timeline you would put it in your bag. Should not have brought those sandwiches.
Don't be so rough with me.
Enough of
But
that.
he likes it rough.
You said you know how we can.
I'm
do
ashamed of
something
that
about
one, sorry.
Kamoshida, right?
It has to do with what this guy was talking about earlier. You'll need to attack his castle.
What do you mean?
That castle is how Kamoshida views this school. He doesn't realize what happens in there, but it's deeply connected to the depths of his heart. Thus, if the castle disappears, it would naturally impact the real Kamoshida.
What had happened?
A palace is a manifestation of a person's distorted desires. So, if that castle were no more... Precisely. You sure pick up things fast.
For real? He's gonna turn good? But is that really getting back at him?
Erasing a palace essentially means forcing the owner to have a change of heart. However, even though their warped wants disappear, the crimes they committed remain. Kamoshida will become unable to bear the weight of those crimes, and he'll confess them himself.
You for real? That's possible?
And since the palace will no longer exist, he'll forget what we did there as well. Not only will we be able to bring Kamoshida down, but there won't even be a trace of our involvement.
But he never knew we did it.
That's amazing! You are one incredible cat!
I mean, seriously,
True.
he doesn't know what happens in the palace, so
So,
why
how do
would
we get rid of
he
the palace?
remember now that
By stealing the treasure
you're
housed
saying
in-
something that's quite obvious?
Stealing?
I'll tell you more once you agree to go ahead with this. It's my most valuable secret plan, after all. If you want to help me out, I'll gladly teach you. What's your call?
Our luck's running dry looking for witnesses. Guess we have no choice but to go along.
Yeah, there's no other way.
Good. Oh, right. There's one more thing I should tell you. If we erase a palace, there is no doubt that the person's distorted desires will be erased as well. But desires are what we all need in order to survive. The will to sleep, eat, fall in love. Those sorts of things.
What are you getting at?
If all of those yearnings were to vanish, they'd be no different than someone who is shut down entirely. They may even die if they're not given proper care. So...
This, of course, is a nice way of explaining what has actually been going
listen to
on
everything I
behind
have
the
to say
scenes.
first.
Why
Would death
the
be
train
your fault?
driver would suddenly just shut down.
Aren't you determined enough to face those kinds of risks?
Well explained,
Hey,
game. Well
what do you
explained.
think? No, of course not.
Sheesh. I come all this way and this is what I get. It's not like anyone will ever find out.
That's not the point. If we just go around secretly doing whatever we want, we'd be no better than that effing Kamoshida.
Isn't this your only option? I'll come back later. Make sure you've made your decision by then.
Man, we're getting all worked up for nothing. Damn it. I'll try and see if I can figure out another way. Come on, let's get out of here. See you later.
Yes, that is the only logical conclusion. You should be on the team for Persona 4. They're that deeply involved in their conversation, they aren't aware of the guy they're talking about standing next to them. You should all join the investigation team from Persona 4.
Hey, that's him.
Well, see you later.
Aoyama Ichome. This is Aoyama Ichome.
Leftovers? Seriously? You guys... You need to die a virgin. Seriously. You guys are just a palace in the making. Give it a couple of years and in Persona 6 somebody will take you guys out.
Platform number 2, service to Asakusa is departing soon. Please watch your step.
Amazingly enough, these two adults in suits aren't actually gossiping about Shizui or An. They're the only ones, it seems.
Will you please give it a rest? I told you, I'm not feeling up to it. Wait, what? That's not what you promised. And you call yourself a teacher? This has nothing to do with Shiho. Shiho's starting position. Wait, were you listening?
No, you were screaming on the phone.
Haven't you heard of privacy?
At a busy station. Yep.
No, I was out of line. Sorry. So, how much did you hear? Shiho. It's nothing at all. Nothing.
I think it's something. Whether or not it was Shio's request earlier that prompted this, I do think Ren would have gone after her anyway, because that's the guy he is. That's the guy he is. That's all I could say, actually.
Stop following me! Just leave me alone! Why? Why do you keep worrying about me? What the heck? I really don't get you. I don't have anything to talk about with you.
But you did went with me, so...
You heard every last word then.
Thank you very much!
You've heard the rumors, haven't you? About Mr. Kamoshida. Everyone says we're getting it on. But that's so not true. That was him on the other line. I avoided giving him my number for the longest time. He told me to go to his place after this. You know what it means. If I turn him down, he said he'd take my friend off as a regular on the team. I've been telling myself this is all for Shiho's sake. I can't take it anymore. I've had enough of this. I hate him. But still, Shiho's my best friend. She's all I have left in that sorry excuse of a school. Tell me, what should I do?
You're asking the mostly silent protagonist.
Sorry, I shouldn't have asked. It's not your problem. What am I saying? I've barely even talked to you before. You might be right. You're so weird. Usually everyone just ignores me. Are you really a bad person? I've heard people talking about you, but I just don't see it. That you assaulted someone. That you almost killed them.
Wow, it's getting worse and worse.
I had a feeling they were all just exaggerations. You seemed lonely. Almost like you didn't belong anywhere. You're the same in that regard. Maybe that's why it was so easy for me to talk to you. Is there really no way for me to help Shiho? I wish he'd just change his mind. Like, forget about me and everything. As if something like that would ever happen. I wasn't asking for a serious response. But I do feel a bit better now. I'm gonna head home. Don't tell anyone what I told you, okay? I'll try and think of a way to persuade Kamoshida. Well, thanks.
Suzui, are you leaving?
What is it?
Mr. Kamoshida's asking for you. He's in the PE faculty office.
What did he say?
I don't know. Well, I have to go.
On.
You're late. Where have you been? Is that supposed to be an excuse? How directionally challenged can you be? By the way, you haven't been hanging around any bad influences, have you? Well, they've got to be pretty strange to want to spend time with you. Just make sure you're careful who your friends are.
And that's it for today for Persona 5 Royal, and for all Persona games for today.
At the time.
Join me again tomorrow as we will once again return to Inaba and see how the investigation squad does. And of course, later that day I am going to have to make some difficult decisions about Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, as we're going to have a heavy episode. Until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys soon.